Hello, I'm Tom Brooks and welcome to Thanet Writers Investigate Theft. Many stories, particularly in the crime genre, feature characters stealing, whether that's a loaf of bread from a shop or a diamond from a bank vault. Stealing is something that not everyone understands. The motivation behind it can be created, but the feeling of actually doing it is difficult to imagine. To help any writers that are working on stories where characters steal, I've come to find out what it's like by interviewing a thief. Thank you for meeting with me today. Could you tell me about the first thing you stole and why you did it?
The first thing I stole was money from my grandmother. I wanted to buy a toy at the weekend and I didn't have enough. So when she came round to visit, I went into her purse when no one was looking and took some change. I only took enough to be able to buy the toy. She never said anything, but after that she never looked at me the same.
How did it feel during and after that experience?
I was scared someone would find out. They were all in the garden and I was trying to be really quiet. I only took enough for what I wanted and left the rest, but the whole time I was looking and listening in case anyone saw. I felt really scared and I was shaking afterwards. I waited a while before going back outside to talk to everyone, and I was a bit quiet as I was worried someone would notice. I felt guilty, but as soon as she was gone I felt better. Then, when I bought the toy, I felt guilty, so I hid it for weeks so no one would ask where it came from.
What other things have you stolen?
I started shoplifting when I was quite young. I would take sweets and chocolate and put them in my pocket. Then I left home when I was a teenager. I wasn't in a good place and didn't have much money for food or anything, so I went to a place that sold packaged sandwiches in a shopping centre. I planned it so that I went at lunchtime when it was really busy. I was wearing a coat with big pockets and wide sleeves. I went into the crowd and picked up a few sandwiches like I was looking at the fillings with one hand. With the other hand I put a sandwich in my pocket. Then I picked up a drink and slid it up my sleeve. I put my hands in my pockets and walked out past the security guards and then a mile up the road until I knew I had got away with it. It was a rush knowing that I had taken something that everyone else was paying for, like I had got one up on the shop. After that I stole bigger things from shops, then started taking from other places. I knew a guy that took lead from roofs, so we went out at night and took the lead and sold it to scrap metal dealers. Then I started stealing copper and tools from building sites, and then breaking into houses to take things I could sell.
So why do you think you progressed from shoplifting to much more serious crimes?
Stealing is easy, and you don't have to pay for things. Part of it is because of the money, but also because of the thrill of taking something you shouldn't. And part of it was because I can. It's like being invincible. You take what other people wish they could. There's a rush that you get from it, and it's a challenge trying to work out how to get away with it.
So are you ever afraid of being caught, and how does it feel?
Being caught is always a risk, but you need to make that risk worthwhile. I've been nearly caught a few times. I was once climbing in a window and someone saw and called the police. I realised, so I left without taking anything, but the police must have been nearby because they were there really quickly. I had to climb onto a roof of a church and run across it to get away. I saw loads of lead up there though, so a few weeks later I went back and stole that. The real fear with getting caught is not the police or prison, but that you lose time. Going away would mean wasting time that I could be spending elsewhere, and I don't want that, but if it happens, it happens. I always plan everything so that I minimise the risk. I wear gloves and a hat and try not to leave any evidence.
Why do you continue to steal?
It's the rush. It gets your adrenaline flowing and there's nothing like it. It's doing something you're not supposed to do and getting something that you want. Planning is half the challenge, and then being able to do it and get away with it is the big thing. Anyone can plan a robbery, but actually doing it takes something that not everyone has. Some people I know steal cars and drive them around for fun, but I think that's a mistake. There's no point going to prison over nothing. If you're going to do it, you might as well make it worthwhile.
As you can see, stealing is a complex and difficult thing to describe. I hope this investigation will help you with your writing, and if there's anything you'd like us to look into, please let us know in the comments below. Thanks to my guests, and on behalf of Thanet Writers, I'm Tom Brooks, and thanks for watching.